Hey y'all, welcome to the channel. Thanks for tuning in and hanging out. Tonight is all about the music, and today you guys have requested some classic hip hop from 1988. So we're rolling with some Slick Rick, and the song title is Bedtime Story. If you want to help me out before we do dive right in, you can like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notification bell, and if you want the early access to the music, the link for Patreon is right down there in the description. For now, let's put on the headphones and let's go back to the 80s with Slick Rick.
Justice stood, and people were behaving like they ought to good. There lived a little boy who...
Yo, this is crazy. This is an example of how weird humans can be, and I'm sorry that I'm pausing it this early, but I have to tell you this before it gets started. And it's like, why is this girl about to cry in some classic hip-hop? Instantly, when he started rapping that verse, it brought back such a vivid memory. And it's crazy that this song was suggested and I'm listening to it today. Although it's posted on Saturday, I'm listening to this on September 24th, which is, today's the 6th year anniversary of my father's passing. And I'm crying happy tears because this is probably one of my favorite memories with him, and other than fishing, that I forgot about, but sometimes when we would be going to bed, he'd be like, let me tell you a bedtime story. And my mama would roll her eyes because he would always sing this, and I've never heard the song from anybody's mouth besides my daddy. I never knew where he got it from, but y'all, I can tell you some of the verses in this. I'm not going to rap it because I'm not about to have y'all up here making fun of me. But I swear that it goes, there was a little boy who was misled by another little boy, and this is what he said. Me and you, homie, gonna make some cash, robbing old folks and making a dash. And I don't really remember much more. But when he started singing those verses, I heard it from my daddy, and it's like, this is like a little gift that somehow somebody out there in the universe suggested that I listen to this without knowing that this is a memory that I have with my pops. And that today is the anniversary of his passing, and I like to remember him in happy ways, and this is a happy memory. I'm gonna float up some photos of my pops right now, but yeah, this is this is wild, but I absolutely cannot wait to hear this song from somebody other than Greg Walker. The original Slick Rick. I'm gonna rewind it to the beginning of the lyrics because I got pretty caught up, so let's go back.
Once upon a time, not long ago, when people wore pajamas and lived like slouch, where laws were stern and justice stood, and people were behaving like they ought to good. There lived a little boy who was misled by another little boy, and this is what he said. Me and you tonight, we're gonna make some cash, robbing old folks and making the dash. They did the job, money came with ease, but one couldn't stop. It's like he had a disease. He robbed another and another, and a sister and a brother. Tried to rob a man who was a DT undercover. The cop grabbed his arm, he started acting erratic. He said, keep still, boy, no need for static. Punched him in his belly and he gave him a slap. But little did he know the little boy was strapped. The kid pulled out a gun, he said, why'd you hit me? The barrel was set straight for the cop's kidney. The cop got scared, the kid he starts to figure, I'll do years if I pull this trigger. So he cold dashed and ran around the block. Top radios into another lady cop. He ran by a tree, there he saw the sister. Shot for the head, he shot back, but he missed her. Looked round good and from expectations, he decided he'd hit for the subway stations. But she was coming and he made a left. He was running top speed till he was out of breath. Knocked an old man down and swore he killed him. Then he made his move to an abandoned building. Ran up the stairs up to the top floor. Opened up a door there, guess who he saw? Dave the dope fiend shooting dope. Who don't know the meaning of water nor soap? He said, I need bullets, hurry up, run. The lowlife brought back this dope machine gun. He went outside, but there was cops all over.
Oh gosh.
Into a car, a stolen Nova. Raced up the block doing 83. Crashed into a tree near University. Escaped alive, though the car was battered. Rat-a-tat-tatted and all the cops scattered. Ran out of bullets and he still had static. Grabbed the pregnant lady and pulled out the automatic. Pointed at her head, he said the gun was full of lead. He told the cops, back off, for honey here's dead. Deep in his heart, he knew he was wrong, so he let the lady go and he starts to run on. Sirens sounded, he seemed astounded, and before long the little boy got surrounded. He dropped his gun, so went the glory, and this is the way I have to end this story. He was only 17 in a madman's dream. The cop shot the kid, I still hear him scream. This ain't funny, so don't you dare laugh. Just another case about the wrong path. Straight and narrow are your soldiers cast. Good night, good night, good night. Knock 'em out, Rick. Knock 'em out the box. Knock 'em out.
Wow.
Knock 'em out the box. Knock 'em out,
Good evening, ladies and
Um, thank you. Oh, really? Thank you. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate this. Like, it's funny because it was so not appropriate to sing that to us. And he knew every word. I'm telling you, now that I'm sitting here listening to it, so many of the verses sounded familiar, and I don't think my pops missed a word. And I'm starting to wonder, like, was he singing it for us or was he rapping it because he enjoyed it? And it's funny because I understand why my mama rolled her eyes now whenever he would always, whenever he would call that a bedtime story. But like he did always finish it with like saying like, you know what this story is about? It's about making the right choices, not getting in the wrong situations because you can lead yourself like, you know, down a dangerous path. And my father didn't have the easiest life. He learned a lot of hard lessons, but I'm telling you, he was the greatest father and he was the greatest husband and the greatest pop to my kids. Like he was he was a really great man. So I just think it's truly a gift that this is a song that I got to listen to today. Kind of like a fate and another example of how cool humans can be. But just about the song in general, like I love the rhythm to it. I love the beat. I loved the flow of the song. And I thought it was really, really cool because it was like delivering a message and ultimately like a warning. But it starts off in like this innocent way, like, oh, please read us a bedtime story. But the bedtime story has this like dark, serious undertone about what it's like to like go on the wrong path. So I just think that it was a really, really creative way of getting a message out. And that's what I love about classic hip hop is I didn't grow up on hip hop. I wasn't actually, you guys are going to make fun of me because I was pretty sheltered. Growing up, I wasn't allowed to listen to rap music. My father hated the rap from that time. He loved classic hip hop apparently, but he hated the rap from that time because of the way they portrayed women. And he didn't want me to listen to it and think that it was okay for a man to speak to me or to describe me in that way. So I wasn't allowed to really listen to anything like that. But I do know, like, you know, the basic gist of what it sounds like because I was a teen. So, of course, I'd hear my friends playing rap and all that. But what I appreciate about classic hip hop is what I've heard from this channel so far is that a lot of it was delivering a message in it, and it wasn't just about like staying on trend or, you know, promoting things that shouldn't be promoted. So I think it's pretty awesome. I can't wait to learn more about classic hip hop, but I can't say again how incredibly grateful I am that this song was suggested today. I know I have tears all over my face, but they're like happy tears because it was a memory unlocked that I forgot about. But once it was reminded to me, it was like super vivid, and it was just a gift. And honestly, it's a cool way to remember my pops. I miss him dearly. 6 years is a long time. I was a daddy's girl, and he loved me, and I absolutely loved him. So this is me being like really grateful that this was suggested. So thank you guys for being here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on your post notification bell. If you want the early access to the music, the link for Patreon is down in the description. For now, let's just go out in this big, beautiful world. Let's spread some Latin love. And if we can, let's make somebody smile. Don't forget, there's more music that's going to be posted today. So hang out with me a little bit more. Keep the headphones on, and let's continue to jam out together. See y'all in the next music video.